8,000 kilometers from where they were born, the Komodo dragons had arrived. Not to an island they knew, to a continent that did not know them. The Cape buffalo evolved to withstand everything Africa built across millions of years. The Komodo dragon evolved to kill with something no one sees coming. Today, those two things meet for the first time. The waterhole drew the herd here, as it always does in the dry season. But this time, the dragons had arrived first. They understood the geometry of an ambush better than the buffalo understood the geometry of escape. The herd closed outward. The cab stayed at the center. And the dragons, patient as the land itself, began to close the distance. The Komodo dragon does not hunt with speed. It hunts with patience. A single bite is all the patience it needs. For the herd, strength is the first language. A wall of muscle and horn closing outward. But walls only hold when the ground beneath them holds. This ground does not. He is not fighting to survive. He is fighting because there is something behind him worth surviving for. 700 kilograms of muscle sinking, and the only calculation that remains is the calf pressed against his flank. Then, the second bolt. The circle breaks. The venom had already been working since the first bite. Quiet, precise, draining exactly what a fight like this requires. What arrived was not rescue. It was borrowed time. The dragons understand this. They always have. One stands. One does not. The calf presses close, against a flank still warm, belonging to the one who stayed. Too young to understand the cost of what was just paid on its behalf. Not the one who ran fastest, the one who stayed last. The bull that failed will feed this pack for days. That walked away will grow, rejoin the herd, and carry no memory of what was exchanged for its survival. In the logic of the hunt, that is a result. But the original question, the one this encounter was always about, was never whether these dragons could kill. It was whether they could survive here long enough for it to matter. And that demands a different answer. The Komodo dragon carries one of nature's most precise biochemical weapons. Not venom in the traditional sense, but a compound that prevents blood from clotting while steadily lowering blood pressure from within. A single bite begins a silent countdown. The prey continues to move, to fight, sometimes for hours. The biology requires no speed, only time. The Cape buffalo's hide, nearly 3 centimeters of dense, layered skin, slows initial penetration. But once the wound is open, the mechanism is identical. The blood does not stop. The pressure drops. The animal weakens from the inside while still standing. The second element is mechanical. Komodo dragons target the Achilles tendon, the cord behind the rear leg that governs movement. Sever that, and 900 kilograms of Cape buffalo becomes 900 kilograms with nowhere to direct its weight. The Komodo did not learn this in Africa. It brought it from 8,000 kilometers away, intact. But here, for the first time, the dragons encountered something their biology had never accounted for. Cape buffalo herds do not scatter. They close ranks. A single distress call from the calf mobilizes the entire group, including individuals with no direct bond to the young. This cooperative defense did not exist in any prey the Komodo dragon evolved to hunt. It was the one variable they had not planned for. So, can Komodo dragons survive in the African savanna? The climate gives them an advantage. As ectotherms, they regulate body temperature through external heat. The savanna's dry season, 30 to 45 degrees, mirrors Komodo Island almost exactly. The heat alone will not be the answer. Water is the first constraint. On Komodo Island, fresh water is distributed across the landscape. In the savanna's dry season, water concentrates at single points. Contested, patrolled, defended by animals that have spent generations learning how to hold them. There is no neutral ground at a waterhole when the rains stop. Every approach is a negotiation backed by force. The Komodo dragon has not yet learned the terms of that negotiation. Not from a deficit of strength, but a deficit of time. Predators earn their position in an ecosystem across generations, not in a single dry season. The second constraint is invisible. Cape buffalo are natural reservoirs of foot and mouth disease and bovine tuberculosis, pathogens the Komodo dragon has no evolutionary exposure to and carries no immunity against. Each successful hunt carries a biological risk that no bite, no patience, no strategy can neutralize. The prey that sustains them today may, in time, be what kills them. The savanna does not close its borders through confrontation alone. It closes them through 1,000 quiet incompatibilities.